Homeopathic remedy. Ipecacuanha. Ipecacuanha. Generalities. It acts chiefly on the pneumogastric nerve, producing gastrointestinal disturbances and respiratory affections, with continuous nausea. Discharges are foamy and profuse, bright red, gushing hemorrhages, with nausea. Nausea and shortness of breath usually accompany most of the complaints. Convulsions, infantile, body rigid, stretched out, followed by spasmodic jerking of arms towards each other. Awkward, stumbles against everything. Tetanic spasms from swallowing tobacco. Convulsions, in whooping cough, from suppressed exanthema, from indigestible food. It is indicated in fat children and adults who are feeble and catch cold in warm moist weather. Ill effects of vexation, reserved displeasure. Injuries, suppressed eruptions. Quinine, morphia, indigestible food, loss of blood. Oversensitive to heat and cold. Opisthothenos and emprosthothenos. Worse. Warmth, damp, of room. Overeating. Ices, pork, veal, mixed or rich foods, candy, fruits, raisins, salads, lemon peel, berries. Periodically. Heat and cold. Vomiting. Motion. Lying. Better. Open air. Rest. Pressure. Closing eyes. Cold drinks. Mind symptoms. Holds everything in contempt, and desires others also should do the same. Cries, screams, howls and is hard to please. Children. Full of desires, but knows not for what. Sad. Faints suddenly, in summer or hot room. Symptoms. Head symptoms. Ache as if bruised or crushed, down into the root of the tongue. Migraine, with nausea and vomiting. Pain in occiput, vomiting, during chill. Cold sweat on forehead. Eyes. Inflamed, red, conjunctivitis. Profuse gushing lacrimation, with nausea. Shooting pains through the eyeball. Nausea from looking on moving objects. Ear symptoms. Cold, right, during fever. Cannot endure the least noise. Nose. Bleed, blood bright red. Coryza with stoppage of nose and nausea. Sneezing. Face. Pale, blue about the eyes or lips. White linear nastomach. Periodical orbital neuralgia, with lacrimation, photophobia and smarting eyelids. Mouth. Child thrusts its fist into the mouth and screams. Clean or red-pointed tongue. Saliva increased. Toothache, with a jerk radiating to temples. Amyl, while eating. Tongue, clean, yellow or white, pale. Taste, bitter, sweetish, bloody. Stomach symptoms. Desire for dainties, sweets. Feels miserable or sinking or relaxed as if hanging down. Horrid nausea, not amyl, by vomiting. Vomits, blood, bile, food, mucus, stooping. Aversion to food. Thirstless. Vomiting of infants at the breast. Abdomen symptoms. Griping, drawing or cutting pain about the navel. Motion amyl, by repose, extending towards the uterus. Stools, brown, grass or yellow-green, frothy, molasses-like or bloody, slimy. Dysentery, with head hot and cold legs. Lumps of mucus in stools. Urinary symptoms. Unsuccessful urging to urinate. Hematuria, with nausea and cutting in abdomen and urethra, with oppression in chest and short breath. Shooting from kidney, down the thighs to the knees. Female symptoms. Uterine hemorrhages, profuse, bright, steady flow or gushing, with nausea and gasping, with each gush of blood. Cutting pain in uterus from left to right. Stitches from navel to uterus. Menses, too early and too profuse. Vomiting during pregnancy. Prolapse of uterus during menses. Hemorrhage of placenta previa. Steady flow of bright red blood, which does not coagulate. Great weakness with scanty menses. Respiratory. Painless hoarseness at the end of a cold. Constant constriction in chest and larynx. Least motion. Spasms of vocal cords. Gasps for breath. Asthma. Cough incessant and violent, with every breath. Paroxysms of suffocative cough, with retching. Child stiffness out, becomes red or blue in face and finally is nauseated, gag, and vomits. Amyl, stepping into open air. Amyl, warmth and repose. Whooping cough with bleeding bleeding from the nose and from the mouth. Loose cough, rattle in chest without expectoration. Bronchopneumonia. Hemoptysis ug. Slightest exertion. Asthma accompanied with skin disease. Suffocative attacks from foreign substance in windpipe. Neck and back symptoms. Ethnic spasms of back which bends the back backwards or forwards, shooting from kidney region into thighs, cramps between scapulae during motion, extremities symptoms, coldness of one hand, other is hot, femur as if dislocated on sitting down, pains as if bruised in all the bones, sleep symptoms, shocks in limbs on falling to sleep, eyes half open during sleep, with moaning and groaning, loss of sleep causes nausea and fatigue. Skin symptoms: itching, with nausea, scratches until he vomits. Fever symptoms: short chill with long heat, chill alternating with heat, heat without thirst, suppressed of mixed intermittents, nausea in all stages, catarrhal or gastric fevers, hands and feet drips cold sweat, infantile remittent fever, complementary, Rs, CUPR, related, anti-log, homeopathy.